Alright folks, welcome back to the channel. You're watching Duty's Daggers. We've got an unboxing today, but first of all, subscribe if you're not already. It's a cool channel. You'll be happy that you did it, I promise. And also follow me on Instagram at Duties_Daggers if you would like to. So, this is something that my good buddy Diener sent me. We were talking about these on a live stream, and he was kind enough to send me one. He's a cool ass dude, that is for certain. So, I think I have to flip it over. My address is on the other side, so I'm going to take it off camera here. Let's see. How do we open you? Let's see. Bam, bam, bam. Alright. I think we're in. Okay. Nice. It's a Leatherman. Very exciting. Alrighty, so yeah, it's a Leatherman. Let's just open it up. Man, it's been so long since I've gotten a Leatherman. I forgot they have this kind of packaging. Ooh, hoo, hoo, baby. This is the Leatherman Crunch. Kind of a lesser known Leatherman model. But these are not in production anymore. They are, I don't believe they're making them anymore. So they're just selling what they have in stock probably, and then they're going to be gone. So if you want one, make sure you get one as soon as possible. I think this is going to be really useful. So what it is, I've never opened one of these before, so let's see what we got here. Okay, it snaps together. Okay, the plier heads fold out, and then this looks like it clicks into here. Okay. There we go. Wow, that's cool, dude. So these are basically a pair of vice grips. You can see you have the turny guy down there. Let me let my dog out. So yeah, they're basically vice grips, but they fold up, and they have other tools in them as well. So let's see, let's try them out here. You can adjust the width of the jaws there. So I guess if you wanted to use them like just regular pliers, you could turn them to where they're just barely touching, and this, you know, just use them like you would normal pliers. But where these things are really going to shine is where you want to grip something, clamp down on it and crank on it, or grab something and just have it clamped in there. If you don't know what vice grips are, I'll demonstrate here. Let's see, what can I clamp onto? Yeah, we'll clamp onto this. So say I wanted to clamp onto this, you grab it and then you just adjust this until you get a little snap like that, and then they're just locked into there. You don't have to put pressure on the pliers to keep it locked in. It's just locked in there. And man, they work pretty darn good. These are, yeah, this is really in there. And then to release it, you just apply opposite pressure and it pops it off. Very, very cool. So I'm curious how you take it back apart. Do you just, okay, that just pops. So you can see there's this little nub here that pops into this area right in here. And then to close them, you just fold the plier heads back in. And then, yeah, that's it. You're good to go. That is freaking cool, dude. So it looks like there's no tools accessible from the outside. So let's open them up again here and see what we got. I've seen someone do this one-handed too, so it is possible. Alright, let's see what tools we have. Looks like they're on the inside. We have a serrated blade. Alright. Very sharp, hollow ground. I like the shape of the blade there. And then that's the lock here, which is similar to the one on the rebar, actually. Let's see, we have a file. Awesome. Pretty good sized file too. Kind of longer than the files on some other Leathermans. Nice snap when the tool's closed too. Wow, we have a nice 3D milled Phillips head. That is very cool. Awesome. And then what else we got? We got a flathead in there somewhere. Yeah, it looks like we have a larger flathead and then a smaller flathead. And they're all locking. They're all locking tools. This is really cool, dude. Also, this right here is a wire stripper. You put it in this notch here, and then you close it, and you see this little triangle thing that's pushed in. I think that's what pierces the plastic. What's it called? The liner or whatever. It's not the liner. The plastic part of the wire pinches right there, and then you pull, and it strips the wire. I watched a couple of videos of those in action, and they seem to work actually very well. Man, this thing is really cool. It's really comfortable. I mean, there's no tools on the outside, so very, very comfortable to grip onto. There's a couple hidden features on this thing. One of them is right here. If you unscrew this all the way, apparently it is actually a bit holder as well. Oh, there's a lot of grease on there. Apparently it's a bit holder, so let's see. Yeah, it's a bit holder. And it's actually, I don't know how it's doing it, but it does retain it somehow. There's like a little click halfway in there, so they don't come out. That's awesome. This is probably best used in the closed position. So let's close it. Yeah, that's freaking cool, dude. You could put an extension on there too if you wanted to. That is really cool. So that's a little hidden feature. And then the other one that I know of is, hang on a sec, on the jaws. So let's get them out. So on the jaws here, there's actually a little slot milled into the teeth. You can see there's the grabby, jimping or whatever you want to call it, jaws going this way, and then there's a slot running this way, and that's actually so that you can hold a T-shank in there, or a saw blade, or anything that's skinny, long and skinny. I'm trying to think. I think I can use this as an example. So basically how it would work, this might be too wide, but basically if you had something skinny like this, like a shank on a saw, you could hold it in there and then tighten these down and clamp them, and since there's a slot milled in there, it wouldn't be able to move this way. It would be very, very solid. So that's really cool. I saw a video of this guy. He had like a 12-inch long wood saw, and he clamped it in the teeth here, and it basically turned the Leatherman Crunch here into the handle for the saw, and he cut down a freaking small little tree. Pretty sweet. There's also wire cutters here in the jaws. This thing is really cool, dude. Really cool. Let's compare it to my rebar real quick. I'll do a full review on this coming up. Very similar size. Let's close them. I want to learn how to do this one-handed. I know that it's possible. Alright. Let's see here. Yeah, pretty similar closed. Actually, very similar. This would probably fit in my rebar pouch. Well, maybe not. If I screw this in. Yeah, definitely fit. That's sweet. I think I need to get a new one of these. I was crawling underneath a truck the other day and it got caught on something and it kind of ripped the belt loop off. And there's really no way to get in there to re-stitch it. So I might have to get another one of these, but I'm definitely going to get another one. I mean, this thing lasted me a very long time. And I like the leather ones. So anyways, yeah, very, very similar closed, you know, kind of similar tools, really. You know, both don't have tools on the outside. They have the same locking mechanisms for the tools. So yeah, I feel like these two tools complement each other very well. I'm trying to think if I would carry this crunch as my primary multi-tool, because as you probably know, I carry this rebar every day. I'm trying to think. I mean, the thing I use the most on the rebar obviously is the pliers, which that's covered with the crunch. I use the blade occasionally for, you know, cutting tasks that I don't want to use my primary knife for. The crunch has that serrated blade, which should serve those purposes just fine. It's got the 3D milled Phillips head, which I use a lot. The crunch also has a 3D milled Phillips head, so got that covered. And then I do use this quite often, this flathead, as a pry tool. The one on the crunch should serve me just fine. It's a little bit less thick. It's a little bit thinner on this one. Let's compare them really quick. Yeah, it's a little thinner on the crunch, but I think it would serve me just fine. And then the last thing that I use a lot is the file on the rebar, and the crunch has that as well. So let's compare the files real quick. This file on the rebar is really good. This one on the crunch is a little bit shorter, but I think it would function just fine for what I use them for. Oh, awesome. It has the teeth on the edge too, like the rebar does. That's awesome. So, I mean, realistically, oh, what's that? Oh, there's a hidden lanyard loop right there, looks like. That's cool. So yeah, realistically, I should be able to use this crunch as my primary multi-tool. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna carry it for a week or so at work and just kind of see how it does. See if it could be my primary multi-tool. If not, it would definitely be something that I just carried in my toolbox or on my truck for when I need a pair of vice grips, you know. This thing is really cool. I really like this. I really like this. It kind of has like a similar snap togetherness from the free P2 and P4, but it's not magnets, so you don't have to worry about the magnets getting all filled up with you know, metal dust or anything. So that's perfect for me. Man, why don't more people own this, I wonder? This is really cool. Yeah, that'll about do it. It comes with the nylon case, of course, but I'm going to get the leather one for it. But these work fine if you want these instead. Yeah, love it. Once again, Diener, thank you, my buddy. Thank you, my dude. Go follow Diener on Instagram at Genetically Modified Viking. He's got a very good collection of knives, multi-tools, other stuff. If you want to see some cool stuff, go check out his Instagram. And yeah, that'll about do it. Like I said, I'll have a full review on this coming out in a week or so. Until then, or until the next video, adios.